We're
Hi,
here.
Can you guys hear me okay?
yeah.
Just a little bit. Move it, son. So if you can turn the volume up just
Oh,
higher.
You're pretty loud, so from what you're saying from your end, you're loud. I don't know about my end. Okay.
We're on. Hey, Jackie, sit down. No.
oh, you're there.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there they are.
Hey, sweetie.
You guys are coming off really loud, but you can't hear me still. That's weird.
We can hear you now. You're not very loud on my screen, but I can hear you. I think
I
everybody
can
else.
hear. I can hear.
I'm better than I was. Okay, perfect.
The rest of us may. Am I also very loud?
No, you just
No,
right.
you're pretty normal. Actually, CJ, you're good.
Never heard that said before.
All right.
First time for everything.
Okay, so is your bride to be with you? You're James, right?
I'm James.
This is your bride with you.
Say that again, sir.
Your bride to be with you.
Yes, she's right there, Rosalia.
Yes.
She's on the center. Hey, Rosalia, raise your hand up for this man.
Oh, there
Hello.
you are. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look lovely.
Bring you down here. Awesome. Someone is praying for you. That's cool. All right. All right. So, all right. Got everybody. Okay. Who are my witnesses? Marilyn and Jenny. Are they with you? Marilyn and Jenny with you?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Marlene, and the other is Jenny. Here.
Marilyn and Jenny. Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, let me introduce myself and we will proceed. I want to bring you down here, CJ. Allowing you to record your ceremony, CJ. And I'm adding a pin to you to bring you down. Okay, I've got you. Wait a minute, why am I doing that with you, CJ? You are a witness, right? Oh, you're not a witness. Okay, so I'm going to take the pin away. Sorry. Remove that.
Oh.
Bring you down here, Jack. Or James, yeah, bring you down here. Okay, you're there. And let's see how you're doing. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to need to send you a recording of your ceremony. Okay. And I'm going to bring me down here. All right. My name is Ben Free. I am a deputy clerk with Utah County. I'm authorized to perform ceremonies. I've been doing them for a little over 3 years at this point in time. When we first started, we were just doing in office, and that was before COVID 2019 came about. And when COVID 2019 came about, we were still doing in office. All the other states around us closed. And because they closed, we were having people drive in from Oregon and Washington and California and Nevada and Arizona and even Las Vegas closed for 3 weeks. Okay, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. Anyway, we had people driving in from all over to get married. Because we were the only place that would accept that and have them do that. We didn't close our state did not close the borders down for people not to cross to come into it. Okay, so anyway, we were doing marriages there, and then it soon went. We started remotes about that time, and when that started, it was just designed for a county, but it soon went statewide, nationwide, worldwide. And so we were marrying a lot of military personnel because they couldn't get married any other way. And so we helped a lot of military personnel couples come together. But you two get to create your married life. Somehow you found each other out of 6.3 billion with the people. I love what to create your marriage. Right. So my first challenge to you as a couple, James and Rosalia, is to choose each other each day and choose to be happy. I realize right now you are separated by miles, okay? But choose each other and choose to be happy. And you want to help each other to together. So marriage, we talk about cleaving together, which means you're accepting each other for who you are today, and you're accepting each other for who you will be in the future, because we don't know what the future is bringing. All right, but you're accepting each other both ways. Now, you validate each other when you get together. Validation is a hold of the hand, a hug, a kiss, a card, a call, a text, a chocolate, a flower, a trip to the beauty salon occasionally. Help her on off with the coat, do the heavy lifting, make all your major decisions and choices together. So, James, your job when you get with her is to you do nice things for her because you love her, you like her, you need her, you want her, and you protect her. And that's so you're doing nice things for her for that reason, okay? And in order to protect her, you choose the unsafest side of the sidewalk or street to walk on when you're walking with her, so somebody can't just jump out, grab her, and take her and run away with her. You don't want that to happen, okay? So you're trying to help each other to be your best always, all right? You validate each other, as we've already said, your strengths, James, are Rosalia's weaknesses. However, Rosalia, your strengths are James' weaknesses. You two complement each other, and so you're cleaving together as a couple, and you can do amazing things together that you can't do by yourself. And that's one of the reasons why you get together. So the next step is don't go to bed angry. All right, now you're not necessarily angry at each other. You're angry because of what happened in the day. Sometimes, most often in a day, if you're working still, or if you have money coming in, it takes 2 plus incomes to make your lifestyle. But usually in a day, somebody, someplace, somewhere will do or say something to you that makes you upset. You don't take that to bed with you. Let go of it. You need to find a way to let it go. Okay, some people tap it out. Some people talk it out. Some people zip it out, okay, or run a magnet down the back 3 times. Some people tone it out, okay. My suggestion is faster for me is if you hold each other's hands close when you do get together, you look at each other in the eyes, all right, and you're about 6 inches apart. I also see the silhouette of a marriage heart between the two of you. It starts in the chin, goes up above the eyes and down below the chest. That's your marriage heart, okay. That means you're cleaving together. And then also with that, you want to let it go. So I like the zipper method. I pretend that I have a zipper right here, and it's invisible. I just unzip it. I tell my story, it falls to the floor. Okay. And when I'm done with it, I zip myself back up. I don't want it to jump back inside me. I left it on the floor. And it's ooey gooey, yucky, blucky. It's down there. Okay. And same with you, Rosalia. You also unzip yourself and you let it fall to the floor, zip yourself back up so it can't get back inside. And then the two of you need to open up a hole in the earth. So just visualize it opening up, and Mother Nature just sucks it down, takes it in. Okay, it burns up, closes over, and now you don't have to worry about it. So you're not going to bed angry. Okay, and you're especially not angry at each other. But if you're angered at all, then your voice is going to raise because angry voices are louder than normal. They make your voice go higher. Okay. So anyway, can you hear me, Jack? Or can you hear me, James? You're muted. You're muted. I need you to be unmuted, James.
Yes, where are you? Where is he? Hiding.
Okay. There we go.
Hello.
Where's who hiding? James? You want to see James?
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, definitely can hear you. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
There's James. There's Sosa. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, you need to let that go. I also challenge you to learn each other's love languages. We all have the same love languages in our hearts, okay? However, we have different modalities we like to be honored with. So Rosalia, your job is to learn what James's favorite love languages are and how to serve him with his favorite love languages and the modality he'll receive them. James, your job is to learn what Rosalia's favorite love languages are and how to serve her in the modality that she'll receive them. That way you're cleaving together, you're accepting each other for who you are. Everybody on here is a fire, even the little younglings that I saw are fires. Everywhere we go, we make a mark or leave an impression with every person we meet. That's why I say we're fires. And if your firewalls are down, guess what? Your fire can jump out and burn things you don't want to, especially like your marriage vows and promises to each other. So you want to keep your firewalls up. So your job, Rosalia, is to keep your wall up, and James, your job is to keep yours up. However, sometimes you have to offer suggestions. So Rosalia, if you see that James is having a hard time getting his up, you can offer suggestions to him, and he can follow those suggestions, and it can help him to raise his firewall. So the fire is contained. Then you can shoot your flames up just as high as you want. All right. Now you also are creating a house today. All right. I realize this doesn't look like a house, it looks like a piece of paper, because that's really what it is. But anyway, James, this is your wall. Rosalia, this is your wall. The two of you together are creating a house. And as you have more experiences together, you will add more support groups to your house to make it strong. Right now, it's a little fickle, okay? But as you have more support beams, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And so your house can provide you with protection, and your relationship with each other can stay firm and true. And that's exactly where you want it to be. All right, so you're creating there. Don't treat each other as an object. You're not putting each other up on display. Okay, don't treat each other as a project, because you can't fix each other. You can offer suggestions to each other, but you can't fix each other. And lastly, don't treat each other as a task. A task is a little thing. Don't put a little thing above each other. I had a marriage ceremony last November where they brought, we tell them 8 to 10 guests, they brought 40. So I had to take them outside. The temperature outside was 18 degrees. Water freezes at 32. We're at 18 degrees. It's cold outside. I counseled with the couple, and that was okay. Then the bride, I asked the groom if he'd take the bride to be his wife. He said yes. Then I turned to the bride and I said, "Do you?" And that's as far as I got with her. She had let go of the groom's hands. She turned and she started walking towards her purse, which was sitting on a picnic table, surrounded by 40 of her guests. Okay, and she could hear their phone ring 25 feet away from where her phone was, and above the noise coming from the people there waiting to watch the ceremony and finish it off, she could hear it above all that. And she just turned, and when she got to her crowd, she just shoved them out of the way. She didn't say, "Excuse me, pardon me, whatever, I need to get my purse," nothing, because she was hearing her phone ring in her purse, and she had to have her phone. So she grabbed her purse. She only got it. She walked over, she set it down. When she set it down, it stopped ringing. Then she reached in, pulled out her phone, punched some numbers, started talking to somebody, grabbed her purse again, and went into an adjacent building. I turned to the groom and I says, "Are you going after her?" And the groom looked at me like this. He says, "Oh no, I can't do that, because if I do that, that'll make her angry and upset. When she's angry and upset, horrible, awful things happen. People get hurt and things get broken." So I said, "Okay." So we waited for her for 15 more minutes. When she came out, she just walked straight out to where we were. She set her purse down. Her phone was in her purse. She took the groom by the hands. I asked the groom again if he'd marry her. He said yes. And I'm thinking, dude, how many times have you been beat up by this woman and hurt? Things have been broken on you. Okay. Anyway, he said yes. I want to slap him and say, "No, you don't want this one." But that's not my call. That's his. He said yes. Then I asked her, and she said yes. Okay. So then I proceeded to marry them. I finished counseling with them and exchanged rings and vows. And then I pronounced them legally and lawfully married as husband and wife. As soon as I did that, she immediately let go of the groom's hands. She picked up her purse and she started going for her car. She didn't say, "Come on, love, let's go. Come on, handsome. We got other things to do." All right. And so I turned to the groom, and his buds are all there saying, "Okay, you're the first one of our group of 10 guys to get married." And so he's waiting, they're looking for their spouses. Anyway, he was the first one. And so he's talking to him. I said, "Excuse me, your bride is leaving." He's going, "What?" I said, "Your bride's leaving." He said, "Oh yeah, I've got to get with her, because if I don't know where to go, and I don't know where to be, and I don't know how to get there. So I've got to catch her." So we had to hurry and leave. Okay. And so we left. I hope that's working out for them. But I tell you this, James and Rosalia, because I want you two to understand that no task is more important than the two of you. You are first. Then it's family, extended family, friends, acquaintances. And then it's hobbies, sports, interests, nature, education, work, other things like that. So don't put a task above each other. You need time to develop your relationship. You're raised in different countries. You're raised in different cultures. You need to build your time and relationship together, and you can have and create a very wonderful life. Okay? So treat each other that way. We're now ready to go to the ceremony. So we're gathered here today to join in marriage Rosalia Sala of Alvarez and James Hillard Marbut. Okay, so Rosalia Sala Alvarez, do you take James Hillard Marbut to be your legally and lawfully wedded husband, to cleave unto him as he cleaves unto you, to help him be his best as he helps you be your best, to obey him as he obeys you, all a two-way street, through sickness, health, rich, poor, fat, thin, COVID-22, wars, riots, natural disasters, ups, downs, ins, outs, holidays, celebrations, jubilations, triumph, family, friends, nature, until death you depart. Now it's your turn to say yes.
Yes.
Perfect. And my witnesses, Marilyn and Jenny, you heard yes as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Now, do you have any? Okay, so James, you have a ring to put on your finger today?
Ring there.
Oh,
Yes, but they'll be here in just a minute.
All right, sounds good. Okay.
Yeah. Oops.
That's okay.
First time I had her head, I just noticed it. It said Jim and it's
She went and had that fixed for us.
there
Yeah.
it is.
All right, you got a ring to put on your finger. Now,
Almost.
Almost.
almost counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic bombs, and body.
Here comes Mom.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're coming back here. All right.
We thought of everything but.
I thought of it, I just didn't do it.
All right, there you go. All right, so put the ring on your finger because she said yes to you. Now, do you have any vows or promises, Rosalia, to say to James today? Say those vows or promises to him.
What? I have there and I will open it. I'll get this too.
Hmm?
I have
Wait, I'm not understanding your question. Sorry.
I have ring here also. What?
Okay. You say yes. Okay, you said yes. Now say your vows or promises. You love him. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. Something like that. Do you have any things like that to say to James today?
Okay.
And if it's easier for you, you can say it in your native tongue. I won't understand it, and I don't know that James can understand it, but we can feel it.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So at least tell him you love him and you want to spend the rest of your life together.
Yes. Where?
She's muted.
Yes.
I understand, baby.
Okay, you heard her say that. Okay, I don't think the witnesses heard her say that. Heard her say yes, but I don't think they heard her say that. But you got it. I know I saw her kind of whispering it to you, so, okay.
Mhm.
All right, perfect. So you got the ring on. Show us you got the ring on. And you know that she loves you. Okay, perfect. All right, now we're going to go the other way. All right, so James Hillard Marbut, do you take Rosalia Salag Alvarez to be your legally and lawfully wedded wife? To cleave unto her as she cleaves unto you, to help her be your best as she helps you be your best, to obey her as she obeys you, through sickness, health, rich, poor, fat, thin, COVID-22, blah, 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 until death you depart.
I do.
Perfect. Now you may say your vows or promises to her. Does she have a ring to put on her finger?
For Rosalia, wait just a minute. Do something with that thing. Rosalia, honey, I promise to try to take care of you and make you just as happy as I can, and try to make sure there ain't a day go by that you don't know you're loved and cherished and appreciated as the human being God made. And I'm going to do my best to be the best daddy your kids will ever have. And I'm just going to try to do right by you and make you a very happy woman and make all your dreams come true.
Mhm. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so my witnesses heard that. So Marilyn and Jenny, you heard yes in the affirmative?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. All right, now because I heard you say yes to each other, and because Marilyn and Jenny also heard you say yes to each other willingly, and as you remotely joined us here in our Health and Justice Building in Provo, Utah, I now can say this: by the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Utah, I now pronounce you, Rosalia Alvarez and James Hill Marbut, legally and lawfully married as husband and wife. You may now blow kisses to each other. So you're in separate countries, okay? This is I love you in American Sign Language. This says I love you. Okay? Yeah, that's I love you. All right.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
And then this is a COVID, yeah, this is a COVID air hug. All right. We're in the Health and Justice Building, so we can't hug either. So we had to do something. So anyway, you love and like everybody that's on here, or they wouldn't be here because you invited them. So
Sure.
that's why I know you love and like them. You're gathering everybody together and you bring them to your heart. As you touch your heart, you're touching and warmed by that. So that's your COVID air hug. So if you want to use it, that's great. Otherwise, you can just blow kisses to each other. Okay.
oh.
All right, awesome. All right, congratulations. So make it a wonderful life, okay? Because you can. All right. Thank you so very much for sharing your special day with me. You'll make a great couple when you can get together. Please check. Please, we will finalize your license probably on Monday or Tuesday, okay? Because tomorrow we're going to be busy with weddings all day. Okay. So, and yeah, and we got Saturday and Sunday in there as well. So check to make sure the spellings are correct. Make sure your addresses are correct. Make sure your birth dates are correct. Make sure all mom and dad's information stuff is correct. If it is, it's good, and you can order an apostille, and then we will work on that and get going to you. So you can send it to. I don't know if we need to send it to you, James, or if we need to send it to Rosalia. But wherever we need to send it, we'll send it so you have it. But I think you need to send it to it. It needs to get to the consulate, and she's in the Philippines, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
So there's a Philippine consulate in California. That's probably the one that usually handles it. That's where you need to take it to. Okay? Once you have it, so you can get her.
so you can send it to the consulate in the Philippines. Is that what you said?
So there's a consulate for the Philippines in California.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not sure where that is. We have a couple of people that work on that all day, and I'm in here doing marriages all day, so I don't communicate with them very much.
Mm-hmm.
Find out more information. But there is that availability, and then once you've ordered that and it's sent to them, then we brought you to the oceans, and now you just have to get her over. Okay?
Absolutely.
You either go to her and then come back with her, or she just comes to you and you pick her up, whatever.
That'll be next. We'll get the apostille ordered.
Yeah, just but you don't do it until you know that your certified copies are there.
Mm-hmm.
When you see that and everything is correct, everything's got to be correct. I had a couple that spent over $700 in shipping fees because they didn't look at each item to make sure it was all correct. And they had made mistakes on all of those pieces. We don't fill out the application. We just honor the application, so we don't fill it out. So we don't know your information at all. So just make sure everything is correct. If it is, you're good to go. All right. Congratulations. Make it a wonderful life.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, bye now.